días, Gunners Collective TV. Back at it? You already know. Like a torta with some snack habits. Bye, 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 ba-da-ba-ba-ba. In a menudo style in direct fashion, we're going to get straight into the content of the day. But before we do, let's hit that like and subscribe button. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directed in the direction of the dope content I am kicking. And I highly appreciate it, right? We're going up, man, and it's all because of you. Oh, pow, bro. Right? Wack 100, man. Here we go again. I knew it wasn't going to last. Or maybe it will. I don't know. It's all for show, right? But I was watching No Jumper the other day. It just popped up. It pops up sometimes. You can't even shake it. You can block them. You can try to get rid of them. And that fucking slimy son of a bitch, Adam 16, will slither his way into your fucking airwaves. It's just what it is, right? So anyways, it pops up. And I see Adam taking a defensive stance, right? So I was scared. Hey, I'd never seen a Chiru who moves so fast. But that vato was taking a defensive stance against Wack. He's tired of Wack shit, right? He's tired of Wack punking him on his own show, on his own podcast, because that's basically what's happening. If you watch it like I watch it, then you understand what being punked just is, right? Adam, you know what it is. So Wack be pressing his issues, basically putting his narrative down. Whatever he wants to say, he says, and Adam's not even tripping. Go ahead. Say whatever you want to say. Oh, you want to fuck my lady? You can do that too, right? He ain't really tripping off of it because this motherfucker, Wack 100 brings a certain element to the podcast, a certain element to that studio, right? He's certified gangster, right? Dun, 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 you know, and this ain't a movie. This Vato's really bringing the heat. So he takes on controversial topics, and it seems like all his beef, he's brought into Adam's studio, right? Whatever he's got going on, and Adam recognizes it. He's starting to put his fucking foot down. His chanclas all the way down now because he's getting tired of Wack puffing his chest like a peacock and on Paru this and on Paru that. He's man, shout out to the homies from Paru, man, the real ones, right? So anyways, now, the other day, they're having a conversation to which Adam tests the credibility and the ability of Wack to be a man. He says, you didn't want to see no Jay Diggs. Now, this beef between Diggs and Wack's been going on for, we'll hold a year now, right? Whereas we all know Wack 100 has did the crawdad. He backed on up he don't want that smoke. He just doesn't want it. I don't care what he says, how he says it. We're going to dissect that right now. But he does not need that. It's not even want that. You don't need that Wack in your life, right? Wack always goes back to, I don't know this dude. Yeah, but you knew enough to talk shit about him, right? So now, I've said it before in videos, Diggs needs that. Okay, he's going to have that. It doesn't. He's the type of individual. He's a real gangster, man. He's the type of individual. Doesn't matter where he sees you, when he sees you. Timing is not. There's no statute of limitations on an ass whipping, right? He's gonna need to throw those hands. Whether Wack handles his business and gets the upper hand or not, my money, every bit that I have, which is probably a whole total of about $27, is on Jay Diggs, on Pablo, right? And I'm gonna tell you why. Because Jay Diggs is not the one to play with. Anyone from Northern California knows and understands, man, that Vato ain't just a rapper. He's really not a rapper. He's real street with it, right? He's down to do his thing. Now, I'm not going to fucking belittle Wack and say Wack won't handle his business. I've seen Wack fight two fat dudes in the Burger King bathroom. It's crazy. It was amazing, like a Humpty song. But I'll say this even more so. He doesn't want that. We all know. There's not even it's not even anything to speak on. But Adam, his partner in crime, the Adam and Wack show, the Wack-ass Adam show, he knows too. And Adam called him on his bullshit. And you know what, Adam? Fuck you. But you know what? You did that. He called him on his bullshit and he said, and I'm not going to play the clip because they'll quickly, and I mean certified, get at fucking the powers that may be on YouTube to have me take my whole video down. And I ain't doing all that, right? So I'll just reenact it. You're a poop butt. No, you're a poop butt. No, you're a poop butt. No, you don't want to fight, you know what I mean? No, you don't want to fight Jay Diggs. You don't want to fight Milk. So look, it went down like this. Adam called him on his bullshit and was like, hey, you know, what's up, man? I think you're scared of Jay Diggs. I don't think you want that smoke. He said it in other words to be kind, but that's basically what he meant. And he did it in his most aggressive, nonchalant way. You know how he does it. Like his shit doesn't smell like caca. Like it doesn't smell like manure in that studio. He did it with a pug fucking mug, right? And Wack got hella fucking hostile. Now you don't get, if it was something that ain't even an issue, you just be like, come on, man, I'll beat you up though, right? It ain't that serious. But man, he got hella, he took a defensive stance for reals. He S&Y'd it. He was like, what? What, right? And what it came down to is recently, No Jumper hosted Jay Diggs. He pulled up to the podcast hoping, I'm sure, hoping that Wack 100's big fat bloga-faced head would just pop in so he can knock his block off, right? Take a chip off that block. But of course, Wack 100 was nowhere to be seen. You hear that? He wasn't to be seen, right? Now, of course, Adam is not a setup artist, he says. So he's not going to put guys, let people know that have beefs where and when he's scheduling these appointments or these interviews, right? I understand that. I respect that. If there's one thing I respect about Adam, I could respect that if it's the truth, right? Is that he's not going to set you up. Now, I have seen people get slapped on his show, spit on, Slurpees thrown on him. Wait up, that was Adam that got a Slurpee thrown. He didn't expect that one, you know, but shit happens. But he says, man, wholeheartedly, he's not going to set anyone up. To which Wack 100, of course, was saying, that dude got beef with me. I ain't got beef with him. Just whatever, you know, whatever he's saying to justify this bullshit. And Adam tells him, hey, man, you know, hey, it was convenient that your ass wasn't in. And he was like, man, I'm a real gangster, this, and that. And Adam again said, look, I don't measure my man abilities, right? I don't measure the measure of a man that I am by how I can fight. That's why I got security, right? That basically Adam's not a gangster. He's not portraying to be one. He's just living off the brow of the black and brown man. That's just what he does. He lives off the gangster shit, but he doesn't want to participate in it. There's going to come a time when you have to participate in it. Of course, you can see that motherfucking the sweat. Hey, I can see sweat trickling down your cheek, right? You can see the sweat trickling down his cheek as Wack 100 started to get more aggressive and more mad at Adam. You know, he started to get real gangsterish where he started to tell Adam, you know, I'm a real power and I can do this and do that. And Adam just looked at him, smirked and laughed in his face and said, I don't care. I'm not trying to be gangster. I'm just saying you don't want to fight Jay Diggs. He rolled his eyes more than his chick did when she was getting fucked by that black guy. I mean, it was crazy, right? Whereas Wack got real aggressive and real defensive and started getting mad. So he told Adam, well, you didn't want to fight Milk when Milk was outside. And Adam, in a true gangsterish version of Adam, said, I'm not a gangster. That's why I got security. Right? Now, Milk did pull up. Milk 74, man. Shout out to Milk 74. That little skinny motherfucker pulled up. I mean, after seeing his... Look, I can't whoop. My boxing wasn't that good either, Milk. But after seeing what you did on that bag, I'd have popped my head out that door quick, right? Because you'd have swung and missed. So anyways, this volatile fucking Adam, he's not saying he wanted that smoke with Milk. He's not even portraying that role. He's not even going to justify that. He just said, I got security. Basically, Milk, they'll dip you in milk and you'll be twisted in a pretzel. That's what he was basically saying. Like, he wasn't even tripping off the Milk situation. But we all seen that incident and knew that Milk did pull up on some real shit, wanted to throw them hands, and Adam was like, crickets. He pulled the Wack 100. So look, neither one of these guys wants to fight anybody. You know, I think they'll fight guys that they think they can beat up, but they're really not trying to do that. And really, social media is not a place for that. You know, we love the drama. We'd love to see Adam get put in the pretzel, but it's just not ever going to happen, man, unless someone goes in there and really fucking just decides to go off. You know, it's happened before, but of course, Crip Mac defended him. But Adam didn't defend Crip Mac. We all know how that goes. So Wack basically sat there and said, look, I didn't know Jay Diggs was here. If I would have known, I would have pulled up, basically. For what? To sit on his lap and apologize? It's not ever going to happen, right? And to which Adam responded, well, Jay Diggs wanted me to call you. And then Wack responded, I love being a chismoso, right? I'm just putting it out there, their business. Fuck them, right? He said, hey, that's just a phone call. Well, fuck, it all starts with communication, que no? The phone call's made. Hey, man, I'm here right now. Pull up. And then you pull up, and then you guys do what you do. Kind of like AD and China Mac did. Or did they? One never knows, does one, right? But I will tell you this. Shout out to AD and China Mac. I know they did their thing, man. You could tell. Anyone that's ever been in a fight, you could tell just how puffy China Mac's face was and how bruised up AD's hands were. I don't know who won, right? So anyways, these guys, that's where the first crack starts in the bromance of Adam 16 and Wack 100. Do you understand that they're two? At first, I thought it was a marriage made in heaven. I thought Adam was going to leave Lena for Wack, and this is why. Because when you bring someone who has a platform, a voice, who's very controversial onto your platform, who basically says whatever's on his mind and likes to stir up controversy, that's a recipe for views, for numbers, right? Because what you have as Adam, and Adam's smart enough to understand this, he knows business, let this fat fucker take all the beef and all the smoke, and Adam would just sit back and chalk up and get all the money, right? To which I know he cuts Wack in, and Wack ain't doing nothing for free, I'll tell you that much right now. He's going to get his bread. But one thing I know about Wack, just having talked to him on the phone before, once you get him started, he's like a motherfucking, he just doesn't stop. He's an Energizer bunny. He'll just keep going and going and going. And you just let him bury himself, right? Then you take him out into the Mojave and throw him in, make him 7, right? And that's just how that is. So these guys were going at it, and it's the first chink in the armor, the first crack in the bullshit, because I could see now that Adam doesn't fear Wack 100. He might not want to fight him, but as a man, he doesn't fear him. And why doesn't he fear him? Because he's worked hand in hand, side by side with them for long enough to understand that Wack is just all smoke. He's all talk, right? Now, I'm not going to say that man won't fight. He's fought before. He's been to prison. That doesn't make you a man. He's been a lot of different places, but where he hasn't been is anywhere in the vicinity of where Jay Diggs is. And I know some of you are going to say, well, Jay Diggs ain't never been where he's at. That's because that motherfucker won't call him and let him know. Okay? Jay Diggs is all at the concerts, man. Fuck Wack 100. 3-finger young Wack. Yeah, Wack, let's run it, right? He's letting them know. And Wack is like, I don't even know that guy. Do you remember that this whole beef between him and Jay Diggs stemmed from Jay Diggs' song where he mentioned Blue Da Vinci and Big Meech and all that, and Wack had to put his fucking 2 cents in, like he always does. He had to, do it in a way of defense of basically the ratting, right? And so what that did was that got on Jay Diggs' radar, and Jay Diggs ain't the type to talk, so he said, well, we can do it however you want to do it. And then Wack started talking shit about his family and going crazy and all that on power. We could, your mom, this and that. And then Jay Diggs said, I'll beat you up. And that's it. Okay, so Adam knows the true Wack. He works with him. But I think that there's starting to be water under that bridge, right? It's starting to melt the ice, because where it was a cold situation, you have one dude woofing on everyone and you could just play the white role like motherfucking Adam was. It ain't like that no more. Adam's getting tired of the bullshit, right? Because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, Adam. Sit down. Son of a bitch. Sit down, man. Don't worry. Lena's busy with black men. I'm going to sit you down and give you knowledge you can't get in college. Game. This is not for everyone else. You can listen in, but this is for Adam. A message. Everything that Wack does and says is on you. When you provide a platform, a studio for that volatile to fucking woof on people and talk shit, eventually you can't do that. He said, she said, that bullshit that, oh, that's him. People and real G's in the streets, real gangsters, man, real gang members, homes, don't fall into that. They don't play that. Hey, you allowed them to do that. You're just as guilty, right? And it's only a matter of time for Adam gets slapped in his whole mascot out because of something fucking Wack said. And I think Adam's starting to recognize that. And he's putting his foot down. I don't want that, right? He don't want that. We're not gonna take, you know what I mean? Look, the woods, the skins, anyone of a white caliber or Caucasian pigmentation is not fucking with you, Adam. They're not. It ain't gonna happen. You done did too much. You done stepped on the borderline. Looks like someone is on that grind. You know, like Adam says, it's part of our culture. Adam, it's not part of your culture. But we're not going to get racial here. It is what it is, man. Everyone can be whatever they want to be, I guess. You know, Adam rides BMX bikes. Okay, so, he's part of the culture. So now look, when I seen this, I was laughing because they both showed scary ass tendencies. But I have to agree, ding, 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 who won? I give him a 48-47 for the unanimous decision. The winner is Adam 16. Can you believe it? Adam won that argument because at the end of the day, Adam told him straight up, look, bro, I'm not out here playing a role trying to be gangster. He's not lying. He's not. I got to agree. He's not ever acting to be against, unless it's China Matt. Then he gets real gangsterish right there by his garden, throwing kick moves and shit. But when it comes to like real motherfuckers in the streets, and I'm not saying China isn't, I'm just saying, this volatile knows his place. He knows his place in the sportatorium, right? He doesn't want that smoke. But Wack does. Wack needs all that, but he never gets all that. I don't understand. You know, I've seen him talk about Big U. I've seen him talk about Nipsey Hussle. I've seen him talk about, and now then the new thing is he went back at it with Tres, right? Let me comment on this real quick, man. And that's gonna be about it, man. You know, we know a while back he went racial on Tres and he was involved in whatever, right? And now everybody wants to talk about Lefty Gunplay, right? This new rapper from the West Coast. He's real West Coast stilo. No doubt about it. Been places, done that. I like his music. I support his cause. I support his push. You know, as far as the North-South shit, I'm going to be doing a video on my other channel about some of the things he said that I don't agree with. But it is what it is. I'm not a gang member, man. I just, as a raza, I don't think it's a good look. But I see Wack has a conversation again with Tres, again, in the Mexican bullshit, right? And what's going to happen, bro, is this time, you know, it ain't going to work out well for him, I don't think. I think he got to pass several times, man. It's just stop already. Stop, Wack. You know, and Adam's recognizing this, and Adam don't want nothing to do with that. Because at the end of the day, he didn't even want to fight Milk. That vato said, I got security. Come on, let you would have poured himself all over you. You don't want that smoke, Adam, and we know that. So anyways, for those of you that tune into that show, there was a chink in the armor, and I recognized it, and they were arguing like two hyenas. No, you're scary. No, you're scary. I'm not scary. Yeah, maybe I am scary, right? That's how they were going at it. And at the end of the day, let's put something on the table right here. Adam said it straight up. That's why he won. He ain't going to fight no one. He don't want to do that. And I agree with him. This is not a platform or a place for drama or fighting like that, right? And that is why he has security. That's why he got those brothers right there from another mother's right there. Posted up. You know, they got you, white guy. They got you. And when it comes to Wack that does want all the smoke, it's mystery smoke. It's real life smoke. You know, the type when he comes out like fucking he's one of the wrestlers from WWE. Smoke and fire. But at the end of the day, no one's there. You know? It's like a Prince song when you watch him. I would die for you. That's how he is, man. You know? He don't want that. Especially from Diggs. And then the cool part is Diggs is going to catch him. Those that know, Diggs will catch him. I seen something, man, where they're trying to resurrect Messy Marv, right? Trying to bring Messy back, man. One of my favorite rappers, shout out Messy Marv, man, under that Richmond Bridge. He's doing his thing, but at the end of the day, I hope he bubbles back and comes on the wall like a thumbtack, right? And I hope that he is able to resurrect his career because, man, Messy slaps. His music is great. Those that know, right? And you know he had beef with Diggs, and what Diggs say? Oh, that's cool, man. I hope he does good, but I'm still gonna need that. Years later, I'm still gonna need that. He's gonna need it all the time, and he's gonna have that. So Wack, be on your P's, Q's, dot your I's, cross your T's, and sit there with Adam and talk chisme on everybody on the internet. But at the end of the day, Adam don't back your play. Adam didn't back Crip Max play. He didn't back China Max play. He don't back Sharp's play. He don't back nobody's play. Hey, security got my back. The polar bears ain't backing your play, so you're in trouble, Wack. And I know Wack, I don't need them on power, but you need somebody. You need help, homie. Right? Because it's getting ugly. So anyways, man, that's what happened on that day. I'm just being funny. I'm having a good time with it. At the end of the day, I mean no disrespect to anybody. But I will say this. Notice that they're fucking, you know, now there's an aggressiveness now. And you know what? And Wack's cold. He's trying to take over. No jumper. He's trying to ingrain himself to be a boss. Right? Adam, you better watch out. He's going to take your shot, take your security, and fuck your lady. You better watch out. That's why I fucked your bitch, you skinny white motherfucker. Take money, West Side, on Baru. Right? He's coming through like a motherfucking hit him up song. But at the end of the day, both of these guys look like fools. Who was scarier? I got to give the win to the corner of Adam because I think Adam held his conversation down. He was mellow, didn't get out of character, rolled his eyes, nodded his head, displayed Kardashian characteristics, Calabasas stand up. But he did his thing. On the other hand, of course, typical Wack, got all hostile, almost jumped out of the chair, pip popped all on the screen. He was crazy, right? But Adam was right. That fool don't want to fight Jay Diggs. He said, oh, that was just a phone call. No. You knew he was going to be there. Stop it, Bob. So you're right there all up in Adam's pocketbook, all up in the Kool-Aid, the red Kool-Aid. You know exactly what it is. He knew Jay Diggs was pulling up and he pulled out, right? Great Scott, Smarty. That about to went back to the future. He don't want that, and we all know it. Anyways, with that being said, that was just something to talk about, have fun with, man. For those of you that are big No Jumper supporters, man, because they got all the good, cool guys on there. Well, there you go, right? It's always some bullshit. catch up to it. If you hadn't watched the initial video, go watch it, man. Look, get him a view. See there, Adam? Don't get me taken down. I'm showing you. I'm helping you out. Go view it, man. It's funny shit. With that being said, move smooth with a purpose. Get everything that you want coming. And remember, at the end of the day, I'm all about the strive, the struggle, the struggle, the strive. Do I have fun with this shit? I do, man. Do I keep it real? Absolutely. Bang, bang.